Hola, hi fashion doll lovers. My name is Christopher y bienvenidos to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing my thoughts on the newly presented 30th anniversary Janae doll from Integrity Toys. So sit back, grab a snack, and let's get into this very special doll. Okay, we're gonna jump right into this doll. She is the only doll in this video. This is not a dolly news. This is specifically for the Janae and Janae alone. I have some of the stats here. I'll obviously put the rest of them on the side. We have Mother of Pearl, Integrity Toys 30th anniversary special edition doll. The edition size is to be determined as she can be pre-ordered by everyone. The expected ship date is winter 2025 or 2026, meaning December or January. She is quoted at $199 plus shipping and handling for the club members and $220 plus shipping and handling for non-club members. I will like to start with the price because we are here and I've seen a lot of stories. I've seen, I've heard, and let me get comfortable in my soul, honestly, before I like go in on this. Personally, at $200, I think she is an amazing price for a anniversary doll, especially from Integrity Toys. She is not a gift set, and obviously we've paid this price for gift set before, but the attention to details here are fantastic. But above all, we must always be aware of where we are in this country and how things have rapidly changed for everyone. A comment was left on my most previous doll video, doll news video, I should specify, from a doll designer that freelances and has worked in the industry. And I feel like he did a beautiful breakdown on the fact that Integrity Toys isn't really making any money off of giving us this quality of doll. So it usually, as a supporter, it is what it is. You know, I do support Integrity Toys. Most of my channel is Integrity Toys. It's what I buy the most of. So as a supporter of Integrity Toys, everything isn't perfect. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is respect should be given and not a lot of judgment should be placed on a company that's doing their best to deliver quality that's just not simply out there from other people. And in return, I always feel like as a community, there's always more attack on Integrity Toys when prices and things like this happen, and it's a reminder how much negativity is rooted in this community instead of positivity. I always feel like we seem to want to tear people down to get what we want instead of lifting them up to receive more. So do I think the price is crazy? No. Do I think the price is very similar to the gifts that we got from Kiori? Yes, but sadly, the world has drastically changed in 1 year from Kiori to this doll. And the reality is, yesterday's price is not today's price. And as much as we're pointing fingers at different companies, we really should just be pointing the finger at the government. And that might be a little specific for the people that live in the United States. So any international viewer, pray for us, honestly. I'm gonna try to pray for you and you pray for us. While I'm on the topic of price, and before I do my best to give you as much information and details that I can for my opinion on this doll, because I just love her. So because I usually when I love something, it's hard for me to like really dive in, but I'm gonna try here. I'm collecting myself. That's what that long pause was, because from the moment she went on the screen, I just knew I wanted her. It was confirmed that I wanted her deeper. Yes, deeper. When Jessie announced that she was on an FR body, because when you see the close-up of the face, which I'll get to more photos as we go, it just gave maturity. And I love that about this doll. but the turnaround for the deposit is kind of quickly, and that's just not where my life is right now. So I'm just gonna move on because it's not what this video is about. So first and foremost, I want to take it back before we move forward. And by that I mean, when I first saw this doll on the screen, or on my wall because I was watching on a projector, my first thought went to the Danya, I believe it was. I did find the photo, insert here. I do not remember who made this doll or who designed it. I, for a brief moment, thought it was Jessie, but when I just Googled the image and I was on the reference site that we all use, go support the site by donating if you can. Very important site for all of us here. I realized it was from a convention, and I don't know if Jessie was already on the team. And the website where I got the photo from didn't name the designer, so I cannot confirm nor deny that it was Jessie. But what I will say is that when I saw this doll, I thought of this look and something that Jessie has been doing lately, and something that I've been hearing from other, I guess, companies that are doing something similar, i.e. I heard about this one myself, is when there's a doll that wasn't in a very iconic look, designers revisit that doll to try to like cut down on the scammer price on the internet. And if I'm not mistaken, this doll was and is still iconic when she came out, because this look is hands out. I remember wanting this doll, but I definitely joined the club after she was released. So it was one of those things like the doll herself is not a holy grail, but the outfit is a holy grail for me. Just saying. And here I have a comparison, a collage of the two looks so you can see the similarities. Obviously, as time has gone on, I feel like the seamstress over at the factory have obviously leveled up their skills, because now the neck is a lot higher. It's a lot more dramatic. It's a lot more grand, which is perfect because this doll is a moment. She's a celebration. She is grand. What I also love about Jessie's interpretation in 2025 on this look is the softness with the fabric color, but still the strength with a tweed. And then also the nod with the pearls. There's something about Janae in this ensemble that gives ethereal mermaid almost. That's what I'm getting to here. Like the pearls, when I think of the pearls, I think of all those like pearl gowns that were like really popular in the couture shows. And then I think of like Kim Kardashian just popped in my head when she wore, was it pearls to the Met Gala, and it felt like it was a mermaid just showered in pearls. So although this look obviously doesn't have that many pearls, thank you, Jessie, because then the price would have been ridiculous. The choker, the beads in the other image when we get into it, they really elevate that feel of that like earthly etherealness. Like she feels grounded, but yet like a fantasy. And it's just obviously just stunning how it was done. And shout outs to Jessie with this. He did the damn thing. Now I was just mentioning earlier the pearls. I want to put the image of what was described in the presentation as a corset top. So I feel like maybe I didn't understand this very well in the presentation, so someone can help me in the comments down below. Is her outfit like a skirt and a jacket, and then you remove the jacket and you could put the bustier top? Like the bustier top cannot live under the jacket, so it is two separate pieces. Is that what we're getting at here? That's kind of how I understood it. And I love it nonetheless. Hey, because at the end of the day, like in my mind, I can do this little bustier corset top with the pearls hanging with a pair of jeans. I just thought about that as we were talking, and I already can tell which jeans I want to use for my collection as I do that look. Anyways, sorry, my brain went to styling, as it usually does. But I love the fact that it's going to be versatile pieces, even not thinking like, well, if the skirt is alone, I can do the skirt with something else, and I can either dress it down or even take it further up. Endless possibilities. And that's one thing that I was thinking about Jessie when I was looking for this gray image, which I keep on thinking it was him, but I can't confirm or deny that, so don't quote me. What I keep on coming back to what I keep on thinking makes Jessie so iconic in this community and in this brand and in this moment. It's Jessie's love for fashion and Jessie's own love for collecting. Because there is just a level of glam, realness in the moment that Jessie has that just is hard to find anywhere else, honestly speaking. Even at some other designers at Integrity Toys, not being shady, just saying, you know what I'm saying? He really, like with this look in particular, now, are these current items? No. Damn it, I didn't take that reference image that someone posted on Instagram where it was breaking down the items, but I'll try to remember. So the design of the suit is Dior, don't remember the year. The purse that we saw in the earlier images when she's wearing the coat is a Chanel purse as a pearl. And then the shoes that we'll see later in the accessory photo that I do want to break down, and I don't want to break down, but I do want to talk about it. Those were also Chanel shoes. So his love for archival pieces, his love for history of fashion, his knowledge of fashion is always so well used and put to use in these dolls that he designs. Because when I tell you, the moment was there. And what I love about this doll, not only is Jessie's ability to like really make her grand and feel special for this anniversary, but was also the details behind everything and his intention as to how he picked things for this doll. That just felt really weird how I was saying it, but it all sounds right. I'm judging myself, it's fine. Like when he said, he's not sure if everyone's aware, but like every anniversary is related to a gemstone. And in this case, for the 30th, it's related to a pearl. So he allowed pearls to lead the design because we're celebrating a 30th anniversary. That is a beautiful sentiment and a great detail to add to really lead the design. Second of all, if we're celebrating 30 years of Integrity Toys, well then let's celebrate with the one character that really started it all. And that's Shanae. Like if any other character would have been used for this doll, it would have felt wrong because she really launched this company. She is the company. And although we don't see her frequently now, I think it's wonderful when she makes appearances like this. I think at this point in the trajectory of Integrity Toys, Janae is best fitted for a moment, for an appearance, for a celebration, as this is, because she is someone that has had now 30 years within the company. She's someone that shouldn't be oversaturated at all times, but someone who should always be picked back up for a celebration. So she was just perfectly done here, hands down. Now I mentioned the image of her face earlier, so I want to get into that now because I feel like I was in the Addams family there for a hot second. Whew. Jessie really never fails me with a good neutral makeup that still feels elevated and versatile, okay? Because when you get up to her face, I feel like the one thing that really shines are those green eyes. And I think that's fabulous. I think that it's like this pop of color in her face that really complements and it's being framed by everything else being so neutral and soothing. That is something about this doll. She's very soothing. You know, like the creams and the golds and the pearls just feels like warm, like a good warm cup of milk, which now I kind of want one. When's the last time I've had warm milk? I don't even remember that. Anywho, got distracted. I also love that he pointed out the little secret detail of like the W in her hair, which is cute to tie in the W Club, although we're celebrating IT. Imagine if he would have put an I and a T in her hair. That would have been too much. But hey, who's to say it would have not worked? And also even with the hairstyle, Janae has it very, I would say she's cultural, but chic. Oh, okay. This is why you gotta follow other dog people because they help with conversations and they help remind you stuff. Someone had posted all of these images of all of these beautiful Nigerian women and all of their like bridal looks. In Nigeria, if you don't know, you should look it up because when it comes to fashion, when it comes to corsets, when it comes to wedding looks, hands down, it is everything. And somehow Jessie paid tribute to that culture with this look and hairstyle. Okay, a lot of the Nigerian looks usually have like a big hat, which I would have not been opposed. It would have been maybe a little too much with the top of this coat, but it would have been haute couture one way or the other. But I love that he took it this way instead with the hair and really made the hair a centerpiece. And you know what? He's been having fun with braids, because now that I think about it, the Isabella from the Seven Sins, them braids, my doll still has them because a hairstyle like that is not coming out anytime soon. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it at all, boy. I'm not gonna say it at all. Okay, moving on. Now what I'm gonna move on to is the accessories. So here we get a closer look of all of the jewelry all laid out. And then here in this image, we also see the beautiful inclusion of an extra pair of shoes, which seems to be the theme this year at Integrity Toys. And I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. Because this is the year, although it has not yet arrived, but it should be arriving shortly. I'm a little scared about that. But I put my trust in the Dolly gods. I always put my trust in the Dolly gods. I always put my trust in the Dolly gods. All is well. All is settled. All will be. Yep. No negativity. So love that we're getting all of these extra shoes as a little extra gift. It's like every doll comes with an extra gift, which is coming with an extra pair of shoes in this beautiful little box. I hope it's a beautiful little box. It's looking like a little bit of paper in these photos. So I hope the boxes. That's what I get for filming this video late. I hope the box has a little bit of more structure than paper. Anyways, I digress. As you see in this image, we see the Chanel shoes that I mentioned earlier. The Chanel shoes are the ones that have the little like slim backs. They're the ones that are white with the little gold in the bottom. And then we see the extra pump and gold. Ooh, child baby. I tried. Did I give you a lot? Because if you've been to my channel, when I love something, I usually can't find the words to describe it. So I really hope I gave you the best that I could describing this one in particular, because baby, she was everything. She was a moment. Oh my God, wait, I almost forgot. There was something else I want to talk about. Shout outs to Elaine out there at Integrity Toys for listening to us, because I was one of those people, Elaine. I was at the convention and I told you, why do we not do this book thing in a different way? And I'm so thankful you listened. As mentioned in the presentation, along with this doll, there will be kind of what we would call a trading card folder album. You choose which one makes sense to you. And the point of it is that as the dolls come out throughout the year, there would be new cards to slip into it. And something that I remember mentioning to him at a convention is, it's such a beautiful way to look at your dolls in kind of like a photo. I'm a scrapbook person. I don't really scrapbook, but I love a good photo album. I love a good snapfish. Like once there's a trip in my life, I'm gonna make a photo album about it so I can just look back. And having the ability to do that with dolls just seems wonderful, especially for me, because I don't have the ability to display them out. So I don't get to really all see my dolls out and about all at the same time. And I don't keep them in the looks that they come in. I'm always redressing them. So to have kind of like my own personal reference book of my collection in my hand, just such a wonderful thing. It's just a wonderful thing. Truly, it truly is. So thank you, Elaine, for listening to us at convention. Thank you to everyone else who spoke to Elaine at convention about this idea, because I'm sure I was not alone, because we're getting it. So it must have taken a few people to say it. Although I do remember seeing a few people talk to him at the end of the convention about it. So I mentioned the Dolly God taking care of things, and all of a sudden my right hand is itching. I'm going to take that as a positive sign. Okay? And with that, I now conclude this video. I definitely got off topic, but stayed on it. Came back. Can't deny that. All my thoughts on the Janae for the 30th anniversary. Once again, it is a doll that I think will go down in history. Yep, I said it. She's iconic, and I love that for her. I will pray that I can either join the deposit in the short deadline or hopefully have the ability to buy her off of someone at cost when she comes out, because my world is very uncertain at this moment, and that's as far as I'm gonna go. You know, you guys are like friends extended out there, so I don't feel bad sharing some information. Not everyone is a friend, so I'm not sharing too much, but I'll let you in a little bit, and that was a little bit I'm gonna share, because so there's just we're gonna leave it at that, okay? And on that note, if you've made it to the end of this video, please make sure to subscribe, because I have something very special coming out in a very few days, something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. And if you guys like the format of that upcoming video, maybe I'll share some other things that I have that way. That's all I'm gonna say for now. Until later, adios.